Hello, in this C programming video, I am going to show you the conditional operator, also known as the ternary operator. So if you hear those terms, they're basically the same thing. It's just a really simple if statement. So first of all, I'm going to show you an if statement, and then I'm going to convert that into the ternary equivalent. So if I have a variable and let's say int age, and I'm gonna say 18 semicolon. Gonna make it equal to 18. And if let's say I want to say if age is greater than or equal to 18, then we'll say something like printf you are allowed in. Otherwise, say else printf you are not allowed in \n. So in its essence, this is what you can convert to a ternary statement. You could potentially do something more complex with multiple conditions, with nested stuff, but then it gets really messy. Like, people use it just because you can put it on one line. I mean, technically you could put this all on one line, but there's a lot less, keywords, essentially tokens to use. I generally don't use it for the simple reason I don't like the way it looks. At a quick glance, I know what this is. This is a conditional statement. At a quick glance of that, it's easy in my eyes to mistake it for something else. Therefore, I stay away from it. But it's good to know what they are. So if you come across it in somebody's code, you can say it's just a little check. That's all. So if we want to, let's say if we run this, it'll say you are allowed in. And obviously, if I was to change the age to, let's say, 17, for example, it's not old enough, you're not allowed in, for example. So I'll undo this back. If I want to convert this to a conditional operator, and all we do is put, the check. So this check here, you can put in brackets, and if you do multiple conditions, recommend that you put in brackets. You put a question mark, then you put what you want to run if it's true. So this piece of code here, for example. And then what you do is put a colon. Then this is like the else part of the if statement. You put the code that you want to run if it's false, and put a semicolon. That is it. So I will comment this stuff out. What is the shortcut again for commenting? Control plus. And how do you undo it again? Is it? It's just like that. Okay, fantastic. And if I was to give it a run, it says you are allowed in. And if obviously I was to change this to say 16, for example, you'll say you are not allowed in. There you go. So remember, the first part is the condition, and you could have multiple conditions chained together. It's totally up to you. The second part is the code to run if it is successful. If you want to run multiple lines of code, I mean, you could try, but I recommend that you just keep it simple like that. You can put curly braces around stuff if you want to, or brackets to make it look, easy to read maybe. But again, I would stay away from the conditional operator because I just don't like the way it looks. And what's after the colon is what's run if the condition is false. So that's the conditional operator, also known as the ternary operator. If you have any questions, feel free to join the Discord group and post in one of the many programming channels. Hopefully you've been enjoying the new shorts, tips and tricks that I've been doing on a daily basis. I'll be doing some NFT and crypto ones. I'll be doing more VS Code ones soon as well. Let me know, what sort of shorts you want to see, because I love them because they are so short and less planning that, in many ways less planning that goes into them and less time. So I can, it's a bit more difficult when there's requests for videos. I have to be a bit more tactical now and say, okay, I'll do this one. In the early days, I was doing whatever request, but now because I've got a list of videos that I'm already in the middle of, I've got to say, I should do this one, should I not do this one? If it's like a tip and trick video, especially if it's something I can just put it on my face and just explain something, that could take no longer than a couple of minutes and quick and easy to go. So yeah, I've been rambling. I'll let you, get back to your day. If you're already here, maybe you've already turned it off. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.